Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Rakak Wadash. Yep. NWO.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice in heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath a short time.
So he knows that he has a short time. So understanding that, him understanding that he has a short time, he's going to have the power to speed up, these things. That's why he's making very hasty decisions. It's smart to use that word hasty or hasty.
Definition of haste, it says means great speed, urgency, or moving too quickly.
Like moving too quick.
It says often leads to mistakes or carelessness.
There you go. So often it's the mistakes and carelessness. So because of this hasty decision making, it's going to lead to carelessness. It's going to lead to a lot of mistakes. That's why when they do certain things, false flag, this person got killed, that person got killed. Make sure, for example, with the Iranian president or whatever, they don't work under rocks.
Yeah. Like this.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. Orange ball and shit. But, things like that, just an example. They're doing things hastily to the point where they're not actually thinking about it. They're not being proven. And that's why the scripture speak about that. The race is not given to the swift.
Yeah.
You can't just be, come on, running a full sprint. You're going to gas yourself out. You're going to tire yourself out. But he knows that his time is short. So he doesn't have a choice but to just cunning, crafty ways to get over or to hide something under put it under the rug. Now, regular, average day citizens are catching on to this.
Yeah.
Niggas are slowing things down, putting it to the negative, flipping the frame.
Regular people.
Yeah. This nigga just got a TikTok.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. It's not nothing. So that information is everywhere. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So it's so open to now anybody can expose it. So that's what it says. Because before he was people truly see that don't get it twisted. The niggas getting double when it's also getting responsible.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause he's still tricking the masses.
Yeah.
He's still gonna trick majority of the people on the earth to take the chip. You know, he's just getting sloppy. That's it. It's just he can't hide no more.
But the thing is, he's getting sloppy, but he's putting so much shit into the earth to where now the people are sloppy.
Yeah,
As the ruler of the king is, so
the people.
So if this nigga's dumb, the people, they gotta be complete dumbasses because they trust in this nigga.
Isaiah 30.
So that's where their downfall is gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
They putting out, they built so many McDonald's, you niggas now officially know.
Yeah.
And now you're,
Yeah, every 2 miles.
There's 3 McDonald's
Down the street.
on the off street, the main street that we live off of back in the city.
Yeah.
Off Tiny Town. 3.
In a 5-mile radius.
One at the end, one at the corner by my crib, and then one at the other corner by the Walgreens and shit.
You know, I'm seeing more Taco Bells too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Taco Bell by my house. I didn't know that shit. By the Walmart. They put that in Oak Road.
I ain't been over there in a while, so yeah.
They put that in demolition man. So Taco Bell do new world orders like main restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
And that's how they said this whole you know, fruit, vegetable, meat crap. They saying Taco Bell is where it started. Yeah. All that. No, but even with the fruits and vegetables on it, they said for some reason it all had Taco Bell. That was the main culprit for all this shit. Yeah. You eating a crunch wrap, be through. yeah, Taco Hill.
Sirach chapter 39 or Ecclesiastes 39:24. As his ways are plain unto the Lord, so are they stumbling blocks unto the Lord.
Yeah, so ways of getting to the Lord. So we understand the things that are going on currently. Because again, we're looking at current events and we're able to tap into the scriptures, and link it to where it makes sense. Like the brother just mentioned, niggas still believe that this nigga was in the 60s. Right. And ever since then, this nigga's been rapping. And nobody has seen it. But the prophet, nobody's able to actually bend on the prophet. I guess we actually hear some things, conspiracy theorists, that, debunk the moon landing, debunk JFK, all these other things.
They ain't gonna last long.
But yeah,
Once he gets up, that dude in the basement is probably delicious and that Illuminati. Once he
that wall.
Yeah, that wall.
once he get put up to that block,
It's got pins.
put on the guillotine or which was back in Rome, sewing in the animal skins. That happened in Rome. Joe brought that up. Dude was sewing Jake in the animal skins, sewing his skin on the animal skins and getting it ripped up by dogs. As soon as a Christian hears that, he gonna immediately worship all any day of the week, no matter what it is.
But they showed you that during 2020, during the familiar disease era. They showed you because the Christians, especially with Christians, their faith was completely rocked. To the point to where they didn't even go, they did a virtual church.
Yeah.
Now granted,
AI
we
Jesus.
weren't on the highways and hedges because there were actual bands
We
on.
didn't take that fucking jab.
We were
Yeah.
on the highways and hedges because we didn't, there were actual bands or actually, curfews and shit on not being out. But when it's all said and done, we weren't in the house wearing masks around brothers. You know what I'm saying?
People still wearing masks.
Yeah,
6 years later, we're still wearing masks.
all wearing a mask. It's only you. Yeah, but people took that seriously. Like I said, that rocked a lot of Christians' faith.
Yeah. Stop.
The thing is, the Bible tells you about the believers being persecuted. So there was no fight. They had no fight in them. They had no type of backbone. Nothing. It was just
Gave up. Yeah.
These are the same people that are again going to take the chip because this time is going to be worse
Yeah.
than the time before.
Yeah.
Because they let you get off a little bit. You might have gotten into a little arguments and stuff. Like, you can't come to the store with
Yeah, but you weren't persecuted.
right. But
Yeah.
outside of that, there was no real deal persecution.
It wasn't illegal.
It's on your door.
Yeah.
It didn't affect your the payment of your bills. So
Rent was still due on the 1st.
You know?
Right.
I mean, some people did lose their jobs, but
Yeah.
a lot of people don't get their jobs back after that.
I also heard too that during the familiar disease, a lot of people at that time did get rich too.
Yeah.
Like regular people, not even just the elites. No, even people, they got more money. PPP loan, but look at that. Look what happened with that. That was abused.
Yeah.
Now niggas are doing 15 years in jail for lying about a business.
Social media got another kick. You know, content creators and shit like that.
Yeah,
Just like shit,
everybody at the crib. Yeah, OF.
All you got to do is look at this damn screen. You know?
TikTok got big during that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a big thing to go TikTok. And this time is different. Yeah.
I'm gonna start up though. Job 20 and verse 3. 4. Job 20 and 4. I'm gonna get in NLT. Don't you realize that from the beginning of time, ever since people were first placed on the earth, that the triumph of the wicked has been short-lived, and the joy of the godless has been only temporary.
Yeah, it's all temporary. This is a temporal kingdom that we live in. All these kingdoms are all temporal because you go to Sirach, 10th chapter, it tells you that. It tells you why. Because of unrighteous dealings, which is gotten by the sea. Because pretty much wickedness also goes into that, it's in Sirach as well. It speaks about that these things came in flood. You know, it speaks about all types of things that were going on during that time. Alright? And then two, I read the dwell Hebrews 10 or 11. Yeah. By faith. It's 11. Yeah, 11. Yeah. So 11. Yeah. They enjoy the pleasure of sin for a season. Because Moses chose to suffer. That's what it is. He chose to suffer, you know, with his people and enjoy the pleasure of sin for a season.
Yeah.
So this is all this is. And that's why we're just, hey, we had to suffer now so that we can reign with Yahweh Shah later. Because we know that this shit is going to be short-lived. And especially the times that we're in now, maybe if it was, if it was 2015, 2018, shit like that, prior to 2020 maybe.
Yeah.
And even then, and a nigga died, I'm just gonna live it up. Well, you got at least a 10-year gap, which you don't know that
Yeah, you don't know
at
that.
the time.
That's not
But even still, that doesn't compare to what the gods of the earth are getting ready to receive. We're talking about eternal life. We're not talking about a 300-year period of America being here for 250. A 300-year period of where our kingdom is just established, and then after that, we go right back to Yeah.
But who said that? Didn't Nate or Alazar say that?
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah, Nate said
He
that.
said 30 years. I was already saying 1,000.
After 1,000 years, we come back.
Thing is,
We come back.
you have put yourself in the ministry. So you denying that now and then going to serve out, let's say it is 1,000 years. Cool. The Lord's gonna still remember that you were a bitch ass motherfucker that sought his own flesh and put away the truth. It's not like you gonna be able to come in later on down the road. You sold out the Lord already. Then we know, like the scriptures say, envy not the wicked, for you know not what his end is. But we realistically know what his end is. We know what Esau's end is. You taking a bag over taking the truth, like Yahweh said, you taking hands off the plow. You're gonna see what happens to you, man. Even if we got X amount of years, you enjoy the riches for 5 fucking years. Is that gonna be worth what you go through? Then you come back in the kingdom, everything that you were fighting for at one point in time. Now that's the reality, but you gave up on it. Now you're here. Well, I have my riches. You're a fucking bitch, man. You're an FGOT. You're through. That's shame. You don't want to be the Jake that gets in the kingdom just because he came out of a fucking mall sack.
But that's the majority of our people.
That's the majority.
So, I mean, it's
But how
also
much more the people
the
that
hell?
came in the church and then gave up on it?
still the majority.
I'm saying that's even worse.
Yeah. But they gonna get beat on meeting strikes.
Man, as I said, what the hell? You better not come over here.
And Nate also
Yeah,
said
Father.
that after the 1,000-year period in the kingdom, the first 1,000 years, that God, Magog, gonna rise up again.
So we still gonna be
we gotta
battling the
go
Edomites.
back to war with him.
So we still gonna be battling the heathen. When the kingdom, when the scripture says that there's no, they shall know war and no war.
Then,
Might go touch a little boy.
And then Alizar and them, Sakari and them said that after 1,000 years in the kingdom, we die every 1,000 years. Or not die, we get transferred to the spirit world, and then we come back as a baby, and then we do it all over.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's not salvation.
Because the earth wouldn't be able to contain and more.
How do you know? So that means you're limiting the power of the Lord. See, the disrespect is about to completely stop. Because that's why the scriptures say, how's it go? Their mouths shall be stopped. Go to that real quick, Baba Gashah. Because we're tired of all the shit talking, and ultimately the Lord. Yeah.
They're saying a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
Essentially talking out the side of their neck, talking out their ass.
That's not in the scriptures.
Things that just aren't, unruly things.
Yeah.
Shit that shouldn't be uttered.
Adding and taking away from the scriptures. Go ahead.
Titus 1 and verse 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers.
Yep.
Yeah, many unruly and vain talkers. Vanity, right? Or to be something vain, essentially is pointless. It's useless. It serves no purpose. So you got a lot of vain talkers and unruly people, what?
And deceivers.
Right, and deceivers.
Especially they of the circumcision.
So especially those that believe, especially that are out here professing themselves to be Israelites, to be saying that, oh yeah, we're the sons of God. We know what we're talking about. This is that. You're a Judite, being black.
You're a Judite too.
Yeah, right. All Judites.
The 12 tribes of Judah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But these are the same, but they need to be stopped. The Lord needs, and He's going to, okay? But ultimately, it's getting to the point where the Lord about to just slap the shit out of these niggas.
Yeah.
And make sure that you shut your fucking mouth.
Okay, somebody hold 2nd Ezra 15, 7, 8. Baba Gashah.
Titus 1:11. Whose mouths must be stopped,
Right.
who subvert whole houses.
Which I think that word subvert, what is that? Can you get that real quick? I think it's like they cause like some disruption, so or like they're splitting up or something like that.
It says G396 and not repo, to overthrow, overturn, to destroy, overturn.
Right, to overturn, destroy. So yeah, they subverting whole house. They're destroying houses by going out and telling people, yeah, this is the blacks and the Israelites. Hell is real. You can take a jab, then God cares. It's okay to do it, but they're subverting houses.
Yeah.
Gentile salvation. Yeah, we don't know why we're still talking about these things, but
Yeah.
right here. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see a lot of people.
The curses are working. These niggas is gone. They out the picture. We don't see them no more. We just waiting on the IUIC to get smacked upside their fucking head.
Yeah.
Start with me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
okay. But get to Zaryak first though. Get that nigga.
Yeah.
Titus 1:11. Whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, destroy whole houses,
Right.
teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake.
For money. Filthy lucre's sake.
Ching.
So it's all about money when it comes to it. It's all about publicity. It's all about attention.
Views.
Getting
Yeah.
the views.
Women.
Getting the, like the cash app. Venmo.
Women.
Them niggas, I guarantee them niggas got every app where you can transfer money.
You can't
I
look
guarantee it.
You can't look at GMS and say they do this for money. You can't.
That dumbass nigga last week tried to ask us about monetizing and shit. Nigga, we don't get paid for this. Yeah, Yeah, you assuming that we out here getting money.
Right.
First off,
Right. It's a park.
what is there to get? What would we be getting? And instead of being a bitch ass nigga,
Y'all get
right? Yeah, instead of being a hoe ass nigga, you could have just came up and asked.
Yeah.
Just real quick, do you all get monetized? Do you all get money? No, we don't.
We don't want money.
We don't ask for money.
You know how
But
big
even,
that is,
but even
man?
with that though, what the hell? What would change about it? If I'm getting paid for this thing, what the hell does that have to do with the party?
we gonna get
Which is exactly, which is fucking stupid.
Yeah, you think you about to get $5,000 out of this?
That's why this nigga generally doesn't know how to run the earth.
You might get $1 a month.
Well,
Right.
what we're thinking too is maybe if they had a 501c3. We had a 501c3. What happened to that? You know, because
If we had a 501c3, nigga, you wouldn't have pulled up on us.
Yeah.
Because you would have already known. That's the thing. Niggas are tapped into certain. That's the thing. Notice they don't have to deal with shit.
Yeah.
They don't get approached the same way that we get approached. That shit don't happen.
Yeah.
Vocab is not going to the UPK. He's not going to the IUIC.
Yeah. Not in that fashion.
And if he does, he's just making a mockery of the niggas.
Yeah.
But to sit there and nitpick and laugh, that really happens when you do stuff.
Yeah.
You other niggas don't go through those things because you're not actual men of the Lord. You're not prophets.
Yeah.
You're speaking things that you ought not to speak.
Yeah.
You're just out there talking. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 19 to 21. It's a red. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Yeah, so our heart is in the heavens. Our heart is in the heavens in dealing with how much we shine. We're not concerned about the pettiness of this life. No man that warreth or tangle himself with the affairs of this life. We're not concerned about this shit. Why get paid on something where the Lord said why get paid about it? Why look to get paid for it? Our payment is going to be receiving salvation. That's the payment. And I don't give a fuck how many cash apps you drop, nigga. You can't pay me enough that's going to amount to what we're going to get in the kingdom. It's just not going to work. That's why when these niggas take a bag, they're foolish.
It's not even gonna deliver them in that day.
Buy a nigga cheap.
That's cheap. Yeah. Yeah.
50,000. That shit can realistically be going in 2 months. Realistically. Really 1 month. Really 1 week. You know what I'm saying? You go get a car. Right. They gonna dig it out.
A car.
Huh?
A car.
Yeah.
We got a car for every music video.
You might put it down on the frame. You know what I'm saying? And then don't get it twisted. That'll get the ballpark rolling. After that, you still gonna be held financially responsible for this thing. After the fact. And we don't know how that shit works. But, you know, as far as the date, anything, ain't nothing about it. We don't care about it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, these days broke. So they get a salary to teach bullshit. they going to excel at everything they need to do. So why not excel in serving how much martial arts and that way be at that top level? Because we don't want to martial arts. I want to tell niggas, grab up on the whole nation of demons and do whatever the fuck I believe in righteousness. I want to be able to do that shit. You can't do that being a base citizen of the nation of Israel. You'll have, you'll still have servants, but then you'll be doing your thing, and then you're gonna see one of the 124,000 roll by in his extravagant chariot with whatever the hell, you know what I'm saying, whatever else he got, and then that's just gonna get it. And you're like, damn, I had access to that. I was in the camp. I said, that was my brother. That was my brother. That was my son. You know?
Ezekiel 18 and 20, and I'm reading this because we talked about our people, the ones that's of the circumcision. Their righteousness ain't gonna be remembered because they came into righteousness and started doing wickedness. So Ezekiel 18, and I'm gonna start at 21 main point. It says, but if the wicked will turn from all his sins that he has committed and keep all my statutes, and do that which is lawful and right, he shall surely live, he shall not die. All his transgressions that he hath committed, they shall not be mentioned unto him. In his righteousness that he has done, he shall live. And then really, I'm going to start above. In verse 20 says, the soul that sitteth, it shall die. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteousness of the wicked shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him. And so that's the separation right there. But you read below, it says, but the wicked turn from his way, all the sins that he committed, he'll be forgiven. But if you step out of your righteousness to do wicked shit, it ain't gonna be remembered. Your righteousness that you done, you keep the so-called Sabbath, you keep the high holy days, none of that will be remembered. So that's the bad story of our people.
Right.
And they read this and don't even put that together. Like, damn, we took this 501c3, oh shit, we teach the wrong or wayward doctrine. They don't put that together. So really, you're condemned. You're like until 2/3 if you don't repent. And the doors of mercy are closed every day. We're gonna continue to do that because, like God says in 2 Timothy, it says that evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse. That's speaking of Israelites worse before any other nation. Because who are these different letters written to? Israelites in Rome, Greece, that's
No, that recent thing too, though, was man, prior to immigrants.
Oh yeah, that's a
That was a big thing that happened. 60,000 immigrants that ran up in there.
It's crazy. No, I think that because that's another thing. That's how you know that a lot of these prophets are fake because they're not coming in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. All right, so Revelation 19 and 10. It says,
Job 20, back in Job 20 and verse 6 in the NLT. Job 20 and 6 in the NLT. Though the pride of the godless reaches to heaven.
And then you're trying to fall in line like they get some top dollar shit. You get your weak ass out. I mean, I think Esau, I really get the line. Get some Amazon shit. Trailer park and shit. Yeah. Ain't nobody worried about that weak wearing bitch. Weak wearing, I'm sorry. Same shit.
And then looking at them side on us. Nobody worried about them.
Go ahead.
I know.
Some bitches like that, couple of
Yeah, but in 2026, Jake's not thinking about wanting to full blown.
Right.
Not Jake.
Job 26 in the NLT. Though the pride of the godless reaches to the heavens.
Right, see, the pride of the godless reaches into the heavens. So the so-called white man, the Edomite's pride, it reaches there's no bounds. He thinks he's top shit, top dollar. Can't nobody touch him, can't nobody do nothing.
Thy
to him.
pride hath deceived
Yeah,
thee.
I'm tired of cops.
Go ahead.
What happens when you can't call 911? Then what? What happens when that shit happens? What do you do when that shit happens? I'll tell you what you do. You're going to lay down and die. Most High's about to outs a lot of you niggas. Go ahead.
It says, and their heads touch the clouds, yet they will vanish forever, thrown away like their own dung.
Right, thrown away like their own shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lord is flushing America down the drain. There you go. You know, this shit funky. Look, damn.
Man.
You know,
A lot of incense.
right? Yeah, get some incense, put some tea tree oil in the toilet water.
Walk out the room.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to see that shit.
Nigga, just leave. Cut that
Get outta
thing
here.
off. Man, don't work.
Continuing on. Those who knew them will ask, where are they? They will fade away. It's like they will fade like a dream and not be found.
Yeah.
They will vanish like a vision in the night.
Yeah, they're gonna. It's gonna be very. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be sudden. It's gonna be unexpected. Because again,
In an hour.
because that's the thing.
You got that?
These people, it's gonna be so shocking because everybody sees this nigga as a god. They see him as the power of the earth.
Yeah.
Like they literally think that he's capable of doing anything. That talks about the wonders that they're able to do. Okay, their witchcraft, their sorcery, they're able to do all these things, and it's like, damn, niggas are woo. So when you see somebody that this nigga couldn't talk for 20 years, and then he gets a Neuralink chip, and now he can communicate, and now he can move a mouse without touching the mouse. Niggas are like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is new technology.
Miracles of the beast.
Yeah, like this is they're going to be amazed. They're gonna wander. They're gonna be like, man, they're moving. What about the robots? Yeah, niggas are so man, I've been thinking, I do need a robot. No, you don't. First off, no nigga has ever thought about that. I've never in my life thought, damn, I could use a robot. Let alone a fucking sex doll robot. Yeah, no, they got
Oh,
it.
yes.
They ain't a blow up no more.
They got a strip club and it's all robot dancing.
Yeah, it's a strip club in Japan.
And niggas are paying to go
So
there.
you just going to see nuts and bolts shake. You throwing, you know what I'm saying? No, like the little nuts and bolts. You throwing them shits as chain. You know,
You throwing Bitcoin.
Cash App, baby. She got the scanner. She got the QR code right here on the robot.
God damn.
You got to scan it. Right.
What dance?
Shaking
What dance would
shaking
you
movements
like?
and shit. Got this leg, yeah.
Got a little obstacle on her chest.
God forbid the dudes that see her after the fact.
Right. Just nasty.
Make it rain. Some robot shit, man.
We gotta get out of here. That's
Yeah.
And then you look to the left, you see a talking dog throwing some shit up there.
Yeah, his bank account. You got a bank account. Yeah.
Why do we need dogs to talk and have a bank account? What this nigga gonna buy? What is he gonna buy?
Do you hear this nigga?
I was thinking about it.
Like the elder said, do you hear this nigga?
I was thinking about it yesterday when watching the Elder's video. It's so crazy. You growing up, you're watching all these cartoons, you're watching all these shows about robots or even the New World Order or whatever. You're like, yeah, growing up. No, they put that there because that's the plan.
Oh, yeah.
That's not it's just a cute fruit show.
No,
Just know
yeah,
that
no.
that's an agenda that we're putting in your face.
This is your life in the future.
So iRobot is real.
Yep. Terminator.
Terminator is real. Like that's it's not a facade. It's just a movie.
Elysium, or is that what it's called?
Yeah.
With the credit and all that shit. No, and the Bob put it on. Remember when we pulled up?
When they lived on the moon, or they lived on a different planet.
Yeah, and they had all them credit. They had that virtual credit shit.
Yeah.
The poor people were all.
Yeah. That's the plan. That's not that's just a movie idea that we thought of in the studio. No, this is a plan. Yeah. So now that we're seeing the movie
It's
iRobot.
premeditated.
Yeah. Because the movie iRobot was the year 2030 or 2035. We're in 2026. So put that together. I don't even gotta say nothing about that. Put that together. iRobot took place. The movie came out in 2004, but it took place in the year 2030 or 2035. Look that up real quick. I think it's 2035 though. But I mean, regardless, but 30 or 35, that's around the corner. So that's what they're trying to. This is a plan. This is a agenda. God damn it. This is an agenda, man. Okay. That's 100%. Beginning, it should say that 2035 Chicago.
2035.
So 9 years. Lord willing, we don't get that damn far.
Yeah. Well, Terminator was like 2028, 2029.
Yeah.
And that's after people already been destroyed by nukes.
Right.
So,
So, yeah, we close.
Black Ops 2 was 2025,
It's
2020.
supposed to be World War III.
Yeah.
They didn't say that, but that was World War
Yeah, it was supposed to be. And then we know the Lord's going to shorten the time.
Yeah, for the elect's sake.
And we got the 2030 agenda.
Otherwise, no flesh should be saved.
We're in August now.
Yeah, talking about that.
Look how fast, like, bro, you blink, and then now we're like halfway through the year.
Halfway, man.
So we have
Over half.
Little
We
more.
got
got 4 months of it. We got
Yeah.
4 months, including this month.
Ain't this some shit? So the Lord is doing something. This has been a
August, September,
Yeah, the movie Wall-E. These are agendas to put. This ain't a kid's show. This ain't a nigga. This is the Lord telling. It's just with colors and a flying character. You know, that's all they did. But they're telling you in an agenda. Then it's always some in the future shit. This stuff came out in 2000, 2012, 2001, stuff like that. But now you fast forward 20 years later. Nigga, you can do this. You can write. You can sell this. You can do this.
Slobbering at the mouth.
Someone mentioned
Foaming
2026.
at the mouth. Well, yeah. You know, he's hype.
He said, I've never had he ain't never really been excited for anything in his life, but he's excited for what's coming right now.
Yeah, so the devil thinks that he's actually going to get the victory. And he's looking for it. And that was that Job brought out. Oh, is it still morning? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, because you're about to read into that. Because you ain't read that part, right? Raining while he's eating.
No, yeah, I'm about to get that.
Exactly. So he's going to accomplish most of his plan. He's going to get to that point. He's like, yeah, I got it in the bag. Most High ain't got shit on me. And that's when that scripture comes to play where the Lord's going to rain that shit down on him and fuck him up. Which at that point in time, we already been outcast for the longest. Because that's when everybody going to have the sea hip. Everybody going to be living in society like Noah, like in the times of Noah, marrying, drinking. That ain't right now. That's when all them people get that sea hip. We already been out of the program for a long time.
Talking about the things that are happening now didn't happen at the time. The scriptures literally say, it says, as in the days of Noah.
Yeah, how Shai said that? Who else needs to say that?
It was some type of way they said it, but I was just like, what the fuck are you talking
Why
about?
does the Lord want us to remember Sodom and Gomorrah? Why does he want us to remember any of these captivities? Why is they constantly talking about it?
Things that are written for time to live far away. There's no reason in itself. Niggas just don't believe it.
You just don't want it to happen.
Yeah, you just don't want it to
You
happen.
don't understand. That's really what it is. The Lord has not given you the spirit of understanding. So he's kept you in that dumbass state. You know, and that's it. Yeah. You got
sacrifice.
Yeah,
Job 20 and 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him,
Right.
and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Right. So when he's about to fill his belly, so when he thinks that his belly about to be like the top, tip top, pinnacle, if you will, of his kingdom. It's like, yeah, we got this shit going. All right, let's go ahead and move this and go and move this. And next thing you know, a lot of shots cracked in the car. It's like, damn, right. I thought we had more time. Got this wrong. Yeah, I got it. And you're not going to get a minute more. Okay, some brothers will have to taste that. It's going to be very soft and very and obviously this is in his men, but we believe that wholeheartedly in faith. No one is not going to put his
Ancient Rome. Because the brother ordered a book that goes into that, and you can speak on that if you like, brother. That the shit that you were telling me about, all the shit,
All the taxes,
the different fucking torture shit that they had going on.
Yeah. So there was one, because I'm gonna read into it, and it was Nero that did it, man. It was during Nero's reign. He was showing Jake, the Christian believers, after he blamed them for the fire in Rome. He was showing them two animal skins, having the dogs tear them apart. They would pour pitch on the believers, and then he would use them as human torches in his garden. They would do public humiliations and everything like that.
Yeah, so best believe that Trump, along with the rest of you fucking Edomites, like back to what Vocab said, well, it's a baby. What is he gonna do? I'm just saying. Well, we're gonna see what he does. We're gonna see what that baby does. We're gonna see what you do. Not now, because we're peaceful, right? I mean, all we do is teaching the Bible. But in the kingdom of heaven, like you know about, like you talk about, when that time comes, you're gonna see what that baby's gonna do. You're gonna see what you're gonna do. You're gonna see what your family's gonna do. You're gonna see what all you motherfuckers are gonna do in that time.
Okay, if you're a hypocrite, because you got niggas
That nigga's an Edomite.
and you're also the people on earth that are raping babies, doing torture babies. Why aren't you bothering them? Why aren't you getting on them?
Right.
The small hats.
Future big, that's going to take place, and you over here worrying about the wrong thing, my guy.
He has to mention one thing about the circumcision that the small has practiced.
Or the thing that Netanyahu is apparently responsible for 75,000 deaths. He's a war criminal.
Don't mention something at all. But the black people is to the first name fucking government shit. You already a fucking murder. Now who is that? You're technically no. I wholeheartedly believe that you might be. Because there's no way in hell you're that infatuated with a grown ass nigga.
He's paid. That's his job. It's clearly his job.
Oh yeah.
Gay as hell.
And it's gonna work.
I said, who is Vocab Malone on chat? An American Christian apologist, author, speaker, and former Christian hip-hop artist. He is best known for his work engaging with groups he considers outside Orthodox Christianity, especially certain black Hebrew Israelite organizations.
Not black.
Right.
How many times you got to keep saying black? Nobody over here is black. I'm brown.
Which he acknowledged that recently. With Great Millstone, he acknowledged that Great Millstone was different from the other camps. That they acknowledged that you can look like any nation and be an Israelite. And that right there separates us from the rest of these other camps. But at the end of the day, they're still going to combine all of us into one and try to throw us into Islam extremism, jihadists and all that bullshit. Even though we don't plan on laying hands on anybody. Nobody has bombs. Nobody's hurting nobody, man. We're just teaching the Bible. That's what I told that last Edomite dude that pulled up. We're teaching the Bible. That's all we're doing. We're literally reading you God's word, and then we go home. We're not doing nothing else outside of that. All that extra shit, like Yahweh always says, you said that. Nobody said nothing about no bombs. Nobody said nothing about hostages. We're not doing any of that. These other camps, they go to gun range. We're not going to those places. If you do that, that's in your own time. We're not linking that with the ministry. That's a personal thing that you'll do by yourself. They link that with the ministry. We are a non-violent group. We're not associated with no Israelite groups. We simply teach the Bible. That is all we do. We teach the Bible. We are non-violent. That's it. Where all the extra shit you get, like Yahushua said, thou sayest. Oh yeah.
When persecution comes, it's all going to be made up.
We want peace. We don't want no goddamn bunch of fucking bloodshed warfare. We want peace. But we know the scriptures talk about that certain things have to take place prior to that. But that doesn't mean we're going to play a physical role in that.
Because the scripture said the weapons of our warfare
Are not carnal. Exactly.
Now, by all means, if a nigga run up trying to smoke your ass, defend yourself.
But you know they're not talking about that. They're talking about you blowing fucking tower and shit. We're not doing none of that.
Linking us with NOI. That's vocab said.
Nigga, this ain't that real.
No, yeah, we're not.
Bigger fish to fry, my guy. Because they know, because his word is sharper than a two-edged sword, as the scripture said. So this is really hurting and cutting up Esau. That's
Yeah.
why he's acting the way he's acting, because his word is cutting up. If we didn't have the truth, and this wasn't truth, you wouldn't back the eye. You're entertaining something that ain't true, right? It is true, so that's why it's bothering me. These niggas can't sleep no more. They losing sleep, they bugging out. They just scavenging, they just grabbing the first thing they see, and then they're just going to put a label on it, we're going to do that.
Right, speeding things up.
Yeah, that's why he's speeding things up. Revelation 12 and 12. They don't got time. They trying to get time, but they don't have time. They know they don't have time.
They seen something when they looked at the
Project Looking Glass.
Project
Yeah.
Looking Glass. They
Yeah.
seen
They had a Doctor Strange moment, and they had no possible outcome in any of them. I don't know how many they looked at, but it was enough to where, nigga, all that you looked at was all that was zero to zero. It wasn't going to work out for them. It ain't going to cast no
Yeah.
spell. This ain't Doctor Strange. It ain't going to work. You know?
one.
Yeah, there's one. Yeah, I was talking to Iron Man. Any outcome? One. Like, oh, he didn't want to tell him because he know what work was getting done. He said, Stark really already knew. He just didn't want to accept it.
Which,
So you ain't got one.
but which ultimately for us, that was Yahushua giving up his life.
Yeah.
That was that one.
Yeah.
And because that was his darkest hour. Yeah, and the Wadi Al, like the brother said, the Wadi Al Bashamal Shai, the Wadi T Yahushua for giving his life as a sacrifice, which we see a lot of people don't give a fuck about. That's why when we say you gotta perish, it's not a personal problem. But our Lord and Savior died for all of us, and you don't accept that as a reasonable sacrifice. No, go ahead.
But you know they don't respect the Lord because they still to this day talk shit about his men.
Yeah.
They're in different bodies this day because men are back in their lots. But people are talking shit about Joseph. You know, Yahushua's father, like he was a pedo or he was creeping on Mary. But you don't know how that actually went down. That's not what happened. You know?
And he committed adultery.
Yeah. Or they called him a stepdaddy.
Yeah.
And they said that he was a deadbeat father because there was a point in time when you stopped hearing about him. But what if you just, you know,
The story's not about Joseph. The Bible's not written about Joseph. It's written about Yahushua. That's it. He's the volume of the book. Joseph's not the volume of the
no
book.
disrespect to that
He's
man.
the father of the
That's where the Davidic line comes from. Is from Joseph.
Yeah, that's-
because he
that's-
comes from David.
he
And
played-
David.
That's it. That's not to say that he was just, a terrible person. Not at all. But that's not it. You niggas just don't.
No, it's still on, y'all. Yeah, no, everybody's still very clear on
I'm
there.
saying 'cause no one.
No, yeah, no, I got you.
I thought it was like slick like that.
No, everybody's on there.
It says
You said
back.
you had some.
Going back into vocab Malone, it says that he is best known for his work engaging with groups he considers outside Orthodox Christianity.
Right, so orthodox, the word, it says, what is regarded as true or correct, having the right opinion, right, true, straight. There's nothing right and true about Christianity. There's nothing straight about Christianity. As a matter of fact, it's completely opposite because they're both. And nigga was buying Louis Vuitton suits and shit. Niggas accountant. He was in court. They had all the receipts. This nigga spent like 4,000 plus at these stores. And the nigga said, I need to look good to present the word of the Lord. That's what he said.
Basically, to be pissed because that woman gave 1,200. He said, "Y'all not listening." I said, "Give me 2,000. You bring me 1,200. Don't come back to this church until you bring me the other half." I was like, "Damn."
Yeah. Close the doors.
That's extortion.
Yeah, it's extortion.
Yeah, extortion. So these niggas are fully responsible for these things. Vocab's not going to any of these churches. He's not approaching any of them.
The popes, Catholicism, all the child
But
things that they've been
they're
accused of.
going against things that are against Orthodox Christianity. That's straight about y'all niggas. The truth of the church.
It's corrupt.
You can't even break down Revelation 1 and
Genesis 1 and 1.
yeah, Genesis 1 and 1. Yeah, really, let's start there. 2 chapters you can't, 3 chapters you can't break down. Genesis 1 and 1, Matthew 1 and 1, and Revelation 1 and 14. You know? You can't break these things down. Hell, Revelation 1 and 7 is enough. Alright?
This is Acts 1. I mean, 7. Acts 7 and it says, "How that the Most High dwelleth not the temples made with hands, as said the prophets."
Right. Most High ain't dealing with me. Okay. Granted, the temple was, a place to. Obviously, the temple was supposed to be holy. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the serve the Lord there and then because that's they only serve the Lord when they get in church.
That's the difference.
The church ain't doing none of that shit. So the Lord damn sure is not dealing with them buildings. And that's why the shit, they got so pissed at Yahushua when he said that the temple was going to be lit. Not knowing, destroy the temple. Hey, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. He's not saying he's going to really come through with a goddamn bulldozer. Just run the temple up. No. But since you don't know what the hell you're talking about, it went over your head. And now there's something else that you can accuse him of.
Because y'all already, because we the temple. You know what I'm saying? The Israelites are the temple first. You know, that's why it talks about your body, how you're supposed to treat the body. You know, how we serve the Lord is literally with our body and our spirit. So the temple was already restored because y'all had a demonic mindset toward the Lord. A lot of y'all hated the Lord. Y'all hated what he was doing. So the temple was restored the way it goes. And the Lord is going to come in.
You don't have to say, "I hate the Lord." That's an action. People, you go into your action work. Love and hate shows action. So if you got a problem with the Bible, that means you hate the Lord, but you can't say you love the Lord. But you got a problem with the Word of God. They don't make any sense.
I love God, but you do everything opposed to him. You do things that aren't pleasing to him.
You're a hypocrite.
Now, it's not to say that, and we're not saying that as far as you have to achieve the state of perfection. You can't do that. Number one, there is no to start. Let's get down to it. Okay? Because that's another thing of miscommunication. The heathen can be saved just because of John 3:16. That doesn't make any damn sense. The heathen were not brought up on any type of level in the Old Testament, and all of a sudden now they are. So what changed in the events of Malachi to Matthew? Well, we'll tell you. The Apocrypha. Primarily we're going to Maccabees. Right, first Maccabees, second Maccabees. You're not going to understand the third beast. You're not going to understand. Greeks, Grecians. Okay? Lined up, all types of shit. Full of takamaka and just
Full of tongue.
yeah. And yeah, sad
too.
to come. Yeah. You know, it's nasty.
Over there just twerking.
Yeah,
we
they're
teach
just working when they was dropping.
Nasty work.
We teach it. And you just
And again, no respect. Because they wouldn't do that driving in front of the church. I bet you that there was a long ass road was over here. It was 8 of us, 8 of them. They wanted that shit. They cut the music down. Bless you, Father. Right, exactly.
But they allow that in church too, though. They started to let Jake twerk down, dance, sing, hip hop, shit.
And then too, since we're talking about that, Matthew 10:5, so the Lord gonna go outside what he told the disciples to do. That's right here in Matthew 10:5 it says, these 12, Yahweh shall send forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans, enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So why was the Lord saying this? Because the Samaritans, those were not Israelites. Those were heathens that were destined for that land. So why the fuck he gonna go from saying this to now, everybody can say, no, that's a man-made bullshit. And it's a lack of understanding, like, bro, going into Gentiles. It's two Gentiles, nigga. You got the Israelites that were in other lands, like how we are today. Y'all forget about that. We're in America. Yeah, some of us are Gad and Reuben, which is the Seminole and Native Americans, you know, different tribes and shit. Great. It still ain't our land. You know, we belong in Israel. So we were all Gentiles.
Scattering. You know, that we keep bringing that up all the time. Scattering.
You know? So that's what it is.
But if I could say real quick, not trying to cut you off, because Black on the Israelites try to say that the Northern Kingdom went into Africa. It tells you in the scripture, because you heard that. They be trying to say, yeah, they went into Africa. It says a land where mankind never dwelt. America, they had people come over here time to time, like King Solomon talked about it. That's where they mentioned the turkeys. Then you got the, what is it called? The Olmec heads, which was Hamites. I'm talking about the heads, the big ass heads. That was Hamites. So people have came over here and gathered resources, but nobody full blown lived over here until the Northern Kingdom came over here on the islands, what they call the New World, the Western Hemisphere. Which, by the way, Christopher Columbus never set foot in America. That's constantly taught, but he never set foot in America. He set foot on the island of Hispaniola. That was one of the biggest places that he was at. Fucking up Simeon, Ephraim, probably more than likely. You know, the Taino Indians. Yeah, fucking all of them up. But that's because you gotta know, like the apostle I say, you gotta know the history to know the mystery. Yeah,
Like
yeah. All Jake was. That's why that shit is outdated, right? Because Esau tried to always separate us, because even with the sign, once again, for the millionth fucking time, Latino and Hispanic is not a goddamn race. Any nation of people can be Hispanic or Latino. And when you go into even, well, they were indigenous Native Americans, yeah, they were indigenous, meaning they were new to the land. They were the people that inhabited the land. That's not a race still. They were still, like the brother said, they were still technically so-called black people that inhabited the Western Hemisphere first. That's why when people say all the tribes are black, there's a truth to that, but they're saying that in the carnal sense. We're telling you that in the sense of originally, Jake was all so-called black, so they try to separate us, because Esau his biggest tactic is divide and conquer. So, oh, you're a Mexican, you're black. Well, according to the Lord, you're just a black person that migrated to Mexico. Yeah, you've been mixed and mingled. You might be lighter, but how is that different from black people? You have light-skinned black people. You have light, bright black people. You have black people on every spectrum of the shade. It's the same thing. If you're an Israelite, you're Israelite. All 12 tribes is the same goddamn thing, bro. The only thing that separated the southern from the northern kingdom was a candidate. most of the people followed Jeroboam, and which was really off, because you're supposed to follow the Davidic line. And the other 3 tribes follow Rehoboam, which he was through. They're both were through. But that's literally, we were basically like Republican, Democrat. We're still the same fucking nation of people. There's literally no separation between the two, man. So stop hating on Mexicans and Colombians and Puerto Ricans and Native Americans. They're the same people as you black motherfuckers, man. And vice versa.
They all do the same shit.
Yeah, they do. That's why they get along so well.
Yeah, both y'all niggas like Jordans. Okay, whether you got the 6 or not, you both like Jordans. Both y'all niggas like chicken and tacos. Okay, both y'all got the same dance moves.
Same with fucking Italians.
Same with Italians.
Irish, certain Irish
It may be
people.
different- it may be a different language,
Same
but the
damn
whole
thing.
mindset is the same. Yeah, the Sicilians, the Italians are so-called black people. Get over it. Go to the history, man.
Germans.
Yeah, Germans.
French.
A lot of Europeans. A lot of the original Europeans.
I'm gonna get this real quick. Isaiah 25:7, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. So that shit's being knocked down and destroyed.
Alright.
Being so-called black.
Flip that.
Hispanic, you know what I'm saying?
Bob Shaw, somebody
So-called,
flip that.
byword.
German, so-called white, so-called Asian. You know that covering cast that's spread over all people. It's being broken up, that veil. Ain't no more confusion now about who you are. You're from one of the 18 tribes. You know, that's on the nations on the sign. That's plain and simple. So that's what the Hebrew Israelites are here to do, is to tell you the judgment of all nations, the judgment for the Israelites that don't want to get right, turn back to the Lord and repent, and who you are, who you really are. Because so-called white man, he accomplished that for a certain time, but now that's play with, you know. So that's what
We're talking about blood. We're not talking about skin.
Yeah.
And that's the problem that you niggas can't. So it's a barrier when it comes to skin.
It helps identify who the tribes are, like limitations for, and like Brown said, their message, their outer appearance, that's what message goes into. They're black in the streets. They're not known. You know what I'm saying? Hung twice. So,
Yeah, probably.
that's what makes sense.
I was just like, well, I was like,
Yeah.
So that's what's going on. You know, that's the same thing.
Are we missing that piece? I meant to ask you because that shit. That piece looks like it.
Isaiah 34:1. Hear the nation to hear, and hearken in people, let the earth hear. It says, let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. So that's what's going on. He's telling all the nations about upon your land, your people, for what you have done to the nations. Real quick. For the controversy in Zion, which is Isaiah also down. Isaiah 34:8. It says, for it is the day, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance.
What's the word? Vengeance means payback. The time of the Lord's payback. Go ahead.
And the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. So that's why all this hell is getting ready to happen. Because of what you've done to the Lord's people. So you got to get paid back. For all these different years, you think you're going to escape judgment. Well, my forefathers, they did that. I didn't do it. Well, you reap the benefits of what your forefathers did. So you got to pay. You're here to pay the tab now. We had to pay their tab. Our forefathers tab for what they did. So you got to pay their double. You got to pay for what you're doing to the earth, to the rest of the other nations, because we're gonna be here as a punishment, but we're gonna be here for the rest of the whole earth, the people, the earth. We're gonna put everything back in the national order starting with the house shop.
Yeah, we're not wasting away like we're just in time out, basically. Yeah. Lord got you before you know here, I'm going around. That's basically us. But you niggas, y'all like a wild beast until they get put down.
Yeah.
If a wild animal, what do? You put them down. You're biting everybody. You got rabies. That's Esau. You gotta put that nigga down.
I got a quick one. Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord. Thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end.
Yeah, expected end. The devil, all he worried about is evil, murder. That's the so-called white man. That's the time that we're in. We're the ones that are pushing peace. The brother Malachi was talking about that not too long ago. We're pushing peace. This is peace. It's just not good for the Edomite. It ain't good for the heathen. It's not meant for you anyway, my guy. This is good news for us. This is that great song. This is for us. If you're an Israelite and if you're a spirit, this is good news for you.
That's
the
what.
heathen, fuck them niggas. They don't deserve shit. They fucked the whole earth up. Go ahead.
That's what the Lord's talking about in the context. He's telling Israel they have an expected end. Meaning you're not, like it goes with that, if we could get that Lamentations 4, we're not going to go through this shit forever. The Lord has an expected end for us. There's going to come a day when we're not, because like Ezra said, if the world is created for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance of the world?
Yeah, why don't we have it?
Why don't we have shit? Jake ain't got nothing. It's because, like it says in Brute 4, we sacrificed on the devils. We worshipped idols. We went off. But we're at the end. This is the expected end that the Lord was talking about, when we're going to get raised up and overcome Esau and these other nations and take over the earth through Yahweh Shai.
Why do I need a license to get fish?
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Why
Why do I got to buy water?
Yeah, why do I gotta buy one? Why can't I?
And that's in the scriptures. Yeah, right.
Why don't I have land? Why do I have to live in an apartment? Okay? Why do I gotta get told to knock on my door?
Pay taxes.
Yeah, I gotta pay taxes.
And them taxes don't go to the roads, by the way. We've been finding out the past few years they mainly go to fucking Israel. They mainly go to Ukraine, but you'll get canceled for saying that. But you'll find out, and you can make that point. Please remember that. Bob Shaw. 5 seconds. Never mind, I forgot. Go ahead.
And then with the taxes, the thing is, like how the Lord told them, we're done the season for the Caesars, you're overtaxing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You keep digging. But you're not digging in the pockets of the wealthy. They don't pay no fucking taxes.
No, yeah.
So that's the issue. They should get mad motherfuckers paying to help with the poor.
That makes sense.
That's a law. Just like it's similar to you have a vineyard. You leave some of that shit so that when somebody that's poor, they don't have no food and no money, they can come in the vineyard and and so that's what it's for. So no, the rich need to be helped in the society, but we don't do that because they're help themselves.
But then they'll ask you to donate $2.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
The fuck?
they say.
Anything.
So you're ungrateful. You don't want to give to people. You're greedy. I'm greedy?
I'm greedy.
How the fuck am I greedy? You're Bill Gates.
Nigga, you have the earth, and it's still not enough. You're trying to
Yeah.
live on a whole different.
Take over people's bodies with this damn C-hip, all the AI bullshit.
Surveillance everywhere.
How much more do you fucking need,
Why do you
man?
need to know when I bust a nut?
No, that's true though.
Why? First of all, that's gay. And two, it's none of your fucking business. But there's cameras everywhere. Everything. recorded.
Flock cameras.
Yeah, flock cameras. Everything everywhere. You want to know exactly where your house is? You got your PIN address. God damn.
God complex.
Side note, y'all can't have heaven twice. Here on earth, Esau, Edom, but not in the world to come.
Right.
It's not deserved because the second Ezra 7 it says that, that straight gate is for Israel's portion. So when the Lord steps in, that's what it is. It ain't for the people. Now, scriptures talk about the heathen and those are Israelites that are in the heathen mind state. So all of Israel is going to be saved, but it's going to be the exact 1/3 person. That's how they can be saved. Through the seed of the righteous. Let's say the seed of the evil shall be, yes, and not be
So if
renowned.
God is everybody, good question. If God is everybody, then why the hell why does scripture talking about the Lord get rid of the evildoers? But if God does everybody, it doesn't make sense. No? What are y'all holding?
I got this.
Yeah. Go ahead, don't worry about it. Come on.
Lamentations 4 verse
It ain't falling
21.
apart. It ain't falling apart, don't worry about it.
Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
Yeah, the cup's gonna pass into you, so you're gonna have to feel the wrath that was put upon the children of Israel. We got fucked up on a high level, high scale. Okay? So that same wrath that the Most High dished out to his own people. Okay? Because what it's saying, what's that Equals? It speaks about learning chastisement. Only bastards and not sons. What the heck? So we had to go through this as sons of the Most High, sons of God. The falling of the sons of God, the falling of the Israelites, so on and so forth. We got to go through these things house by house. And the Lord said in Revelation, I will turn double according to her works, man. Because this bitch has done way too much. She's done things that's like, oh. And the thing is, we weren't even given that standard. We got fucked up like that because we didn't understand. And you may set up traps, okay, to cause your brother to fall. You know? Put the pork crystals in air pressure. Cooking pork and things like that. They trying to save girls, knowing that really most of them they got yeah, pork casing and then chicken hot dog with pork casing.
Salmon with shrimp.
Yeah.
Shrimp case.
Yeah, contains different types of foods. They literally tell you that shit. You gotta take a whole goddamn class cross contamination when you're dealing with food. Yeah, but here it is. I'm gonna touch the fat, I'm gonna touch the egg, okay? Put it on the bun. Take, oh wait, hold on. Before I finish this, let me go. Alright, fuck with this shrimp.
It's only gonna take a
It's
second.
lobster. Yeah, it's only gonna take a second. Fuck with this shrimp and lobster. It's surface turtle. Then you can go with the shrimp finger. Grab your bun and slam it on your damn bun. Here you go.
Here you go.
Spaghetti scratch the butt too.
Yeah. Then that dirty ass apron, shit goes up. No, they don't change it. I always change my apron, man. I knew niggas, they never changed. I'm like, nigga, you nasty. Yeah. You gotta change that shit. Cause and now granted, you do have times or whatever. But I'm saying niggas have had that shit for the whole week. That's burger grease on Monday. It's Thursday.
They'll hang your shit up instead of putting a little bin.
Yeah, they got the little bin when you just.
You can't be lazy with a cooking job, bro.
Man, when you work in a restaurant, it makes you appreciate your home cooking more. Because you see just how nasty that shit can actually get. Now, granted, you do have some decent restaurants where they do their thing, they take care of it. But it's very seldom on average. Very rare to none.
Especially Moab. Them niggas are so goddamn nasty.
No, don't go there.
No, because I be seeing videos of Jake, he's a health respected, black guy, and he going to these Moabite, Ammonite restaurants. Them niggas are so goddamn nasty. When you go into that kitchen, so think about this before you want some teriyaki beef and broccoli. Think about it. Orange chicken. Think about it. They got bags. They have bags of cats in there, dead cats. They have the meat underneath the stove. They got the meat underneath the sink. Water dripping. So that water from the sink and that goop is getting on the meat. He had to shut like 5 of them down. I watched a compilation of that. He said, "Oh, we gotta shut y'all down." He said, "What is that? Mouse traps? Why you have mouse in here?" "Oh, I see why. You got meat on the fucking floor."
They don't change the oil.
They don't change the oil. They don't speak English.
Seed oil.
Yeah. Then on top of that, seed oils and things that you really not.
You got a lot of, and then their main consumers are so-called Negroes.
Oh,
You put them in the
yeah,
line, you put them around the corner, you get a giant plate for $10.99. You can't beat that.
Buffet.
Yeah, a buffet, all you can eat for
Oh, yeah.
$15.99, all you
Buy
can
a
eat.
nigga cheap.
Jake loved that.
Yeah.
If you're not giving, if you're not giving much, you're gonna work with what you got. That's what Jake do.
Yeah.
But you gotta learn how to work with what you got.
You gotta
at a better level.
You gotta adapt, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You can find a healthy alternative meal versus, a fucking $7.99 meal at Burger King. You can find something for that same price. You might have to maybe cook it or prepare it, but it's gonna be way better for you
And Jake's just lazy.
than that shit. Yeah, that really would have
Because Jake's just lazy asshole.
Niggas are just comfortable with what they have, like they were going into. Because I was watching this one video, dude. He'll catch people right before they go into McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
Or when they're coming out with the bag of McDonald's, he'll be like, instead of eating at McDonald's, I'll pay for a healthier version, a healthier meal, and I'll pay for your McDonald's that you got to throw away. And I'll pay for
say no.
Dude said, "No, I'm good. I'm good." And dude said, "But they're healthy." "No, man, I'm good."
It's them demons.
Yeah,
It's them demons, parasites. Niggas want to believe now. You got parasites.
Yep. I be liking those videos because then the dude, you'll have some people who will be like, get the healthier version. Be like, "Man, this is good. I'm gonna start going here." Because why do you want to put McDonald's in your system in 2026 anyway?
Yeah, they told you all these restaurants are broke. So why the hell I'm still alive? Nigga, that's not the point, bro.
I had a motherfucker tell me, yeah, well, because I said, well, what about the beef? And then being human food or human meat? She said, well, the chicken isn't.
You don't know that.
You don't know
So
that.
you believe that the beef is human, but you don't think they've tainted the chicken.
Yeah, they're too good to do that.
But then even beyond that, first of all, everybody when we went to school, we had to watch that Super Size Me shit. That was already a red flag. That was in 2004. That was way back. That was early 2000s, and where he was telling you not to eat that shit.
Didn't that nigga die?
These niggas, yeah, he died.
He did it twice.
He did the one with the chicken.
Oh, you do another one.
He died. I don't know. He's stupid. He might. But what was I gonna say?
Money.
Niggas will watch videos of people that will collect fries and burgers and keep it in their goddamn crib for 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
No mold. That's a problem. Ice cream sandwiches. How did you not melt? It's an ice cream sandwich.
American cheese.
American cheese.
That's right.
Why is it not burning when there's heat?
It just turns black.
Yeah, just black. No dripping.
Was there really a lot of the American cheese are not allowed, like Kraft singles are not allowed to call it cheese?
Yeah.
Just because of what it contains. Yeah, American single.
What the fuck is an American single, nigga?
American single.
You go to restaurants,
Got no
brothers,
lasagna.
I mean, hey, that's your body, so you do what the hell, just do better. But definitely no American cheese, man. I'm not a big fan of cheese to begin with, but
Man.
you know what I'm saying? Even still, if I do,
A lot of times you can substitute it
get a
though.
pepper jack.
And sometimes, a lot of times for free. It don't even cost nothing extra, or maybe $1 or $2.
Even if it's
It should be costing the damn same.
Even if it's a couple cents, pay that extra 50
What's
cents.
the cheese?
Yep.
You got Havarti, you got.
And these are
Cheddar.
multi-billion-dollar companies using goddamn seed oils to cook their food.
Yeah, seed oils everywhere.
Like, nigga, you can literally can afford at least some grapes, something. Olive oil, extra virgin olive oil,
Yeah, your pockets are tight.
whatever is at at a good temperature point, heat point. Yeah. But them seed oils, man, and if it's because it's like I said, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
And they don't really give a fuck. They're all about profit.
And there's a lot of times it's mixed oil.
That's
Yeah.
what it says
You got
right there.
vegetable corn.
And that's greed, though.
We're not doctors.
That's greed.
We're ex-cooks.
Because you can use these healthy oils like you're talking about and still be a millionaire. You're gonna make more than enough money. People love your food, they love your product.
But that's the problem.
But well, I don't want to be a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire. I want to have more money than I know. Bro, I've already heard from rich people on YouTube. We all have. I think Andrew Tate said it. Once you hit 1 million, because that's the hardest part, is getting to 1 million. Once you hit 1 million, money after that is nothing, because you already hit that checkpoint. Everything after that is easy. And he's like, once you got $1 million, it's like everything's free. So why the fuck do you need to give me this bullshit? You already have 18,000 goddamn stores. You're making more than enough money. Your wife is fat. Why the fuck you need all this goddamn money? But that's what you know. It's more than the money. They want to kill you, man. They don't give a fuck about you. They want to kill you, especially America, because you don't see that shit in Europe. You don't see that shit in Asia. You don't see that shit anywhere else. It's only in America where you got all this fucking bullshit. 18 million, it's a goddamn dictionary in the fucking back of the box. That's America. They ain't nowhere else. They ain't nowhere else.
Because like I said, you have something like this, no-code. They use beef tallow.
That's a good thing to use. That's a really good thing to use.
That's definitely a better alternative.
When you study, you go what's good, not bad. It's really easy. It's easy. It's got high sodium. It's got no sugar. It's got too much sugar. That shit's easy. It's easy now, but niggas just. I see how niggas shop. Like damn, it's like nigga, you don't know what the hell you just put in the cart. I seen it.
You grabbing what your mama grabbed when you was a kid.
That's what my mama made.
Yeah.
But your mama was trying to kill you.
You'll grab that
Involuntarily.
great value pasta.
Yeah.
Highest shit in carbs.
Great value ain't great.
All them ingredients.
It's great value. You'll pay you'll get your bang for your buck.
Wow.
But you gonna get what you pay for.
Barely that.
Why look at some peanuts or something and they got 30 ingredients on the back of it?
Peanuts.
It should just say peanuts or cashews and sea salt.
Yeah, there's a juice I looked at. It said 100% juice. Look at the back. Lemon juice, citric acid. And it's not 100% juice. It's not 100% juice. You gotta add that. I'm not getting 100% juice. It just says that. Lemon juice.
And then Esau's the devil. So you gotta really watch him. The devil things like protein bars. He's a devil. Because now he started putting extra shit in there. So I watched this one video of this dude. He's a kid who beat cancer. And his mom's also a nutrition. And she was like, what do you think these protein bars? He said, they're all terrible. She's like, how you know terrible? He's like, Mom, they got all types of crap in it, these words that you know. He's 7.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, we're not eating none of that. So you gotta be careful even too with those bars and stuff like that. I know you're trying to be healthy.
17 grams of protein or added sugar.
Yeah.
Protein.
You gotta watch out for that added. And it'll say, oh, we're on the back, it says 1 gram. Look on the back, it says 1 gram plus 17 added percent. That's not 1 gram, my nigga.
Look up what sugar it is. Stevia? What is it? Honey? Like, what is it?
You shouldn't even have to do these.
If it's some shit that's like, high fructose or whatever, or it's another bad sugar that they have. But it's not like agave, something natural.
Sometimes no sugar is bad because they put in aspartame,
Yeah.
which is a cancer-causing ingredient. Because people immediately thought diet soda's got to be good for me because they ain't got no sugar. No. Anytime, especially a mainstream brand, like even with the chips, now all of a sudden they're pushing no artificial colors and all that shit. That means that Esau got something else that you don't know about that he's putting in there to where he can put that on the label and now, oh, it's healthy. No, that's not how this works, man.
I got a preset protein Pop-Tart. Yeah.
Because it's still saying cottonseed shit. What's another? Vegetable oil, sunflower oil. Yeah, corn oil. Corn don't even really make no fucking. It do, but it's
not good. Bro, you see a lot of older Jake, they start doing them family reunions. You see them bump the umps for into a race. Them niggas never even get past the full 100-meter dash. They do a 50-meter and then just give out. Oh. It's like, god damn. There's some cigarettes. It's that shitty ass steak.
One nigga I work with.
Yeah, I got it.
One nigga I work with, man. Nigga named Jerome. Ugly ass nigga. Every day, nigga got 2 soda, 2 to 3 sodas.
I just want to see what time we're at.
He would go and get Burger King on Thursday. It's Thursday. Burger King. Like, it's something good. You know, Golden Corral every other day. He's eating the worst of the worst. And he's just fucking that shit up. He's not like mine. He's small and shit. He ain't fat enough to know that nigga ain't healthy.
Yeah, skinny don't mean
Yeah,
healthy.
I know his stomach is smooth.
A lot of people walk around thinking that skinny means healthy. That's not, no.
Yeah.
It's just you got a higher metabolism. It's just built. Your body just goes and absorb fat versus somebody else. That don't mean shit. Because I even see people, which is still not good, fat period. But I see people that are big and they're more healthier than the skinny people.
Right.
Both of this. Shit, you big and you look like shit. But it's all because of your diet. You gotta go back to the diet. Somebody real quick also get that scripture in Sirach 30. Diet,
I got it.
Psalm 64, like you were saying about all the health, GMOs and shit. Those are snares, man. Psalm 64 and 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them?
Right. They say, destroy themselves and go to the nigga hoods. Like, that one Chinese restaurant that everybody knows. Got a Wingstop. Not a Wingstop, but
That too, though.
Spot.
Yeah.
You know that too, but
gas station.
yeah, the gas station food and shit.
7-Eleven,
That one hood store, that Indian nigga selling t-shirts and shit. Yeah, the hats.
Liquor stores, fucking liquor stores every
as
damn.
well. You know? Yeah, all those things are put around the hoods, and then you know when they top it off, 4 churches. Not churches chicken. The actual churches. You know what I'm saying?
Presbyterian, college.
Yeah, you got 4 different
The
goddamn
new
denominations
ministers.
on one street.
That's the biggest building there, too. That building bigger than a motherfucker.
Yeah, the church big as hell. Yeah, the one small one, that's the one. You know, that's probably a 7-day ministry. The nigga broke.
It's really in the neighborhood. Like, in the house, like, in the house.
7 fucking them up. 7-day ministry, they don't need it, man. Go ahead, bro. That was it on that car?
Yeah.
Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 30 and verse 15. Let me start at 14. Sirach 30 and 14. Better is the poor, being sound and strong of constitution, than a rich man that is afflicted in his body.
Right, the rich man that's afflicted so hard, you know, you got to have all this money. But, like, you see, and it always baffles me, you see, like, Range Rover, which these aren't necessarily high-end, expensive cars, but it costs a pretty decent bit. So, but when you see, like, a Mercedes or a BMW, and I'm talking about the higher of them, so we'll say 60K plus, which is ballpark that shit, and you're in the line in the McDonald's, my nigga, you have the funds to eat better.
I mean, look at Elon Musk and Trump. They were on a private jet, and them niggas, the whole table was covered in McDonald's.
Like, but you have the funds and resources and the ability and time to eat better, and yet you still don't. Yeah, if you got money, then yeah, eat a private jet.
Yep.
You know?
Hello, ball. Eating McDonald's and shit.
Yeah. like, why are you millionaires and you're still eating regular nigga food? Regular niggas shouldn't eat.
Yep.
You damn sure shouldn't eat.
These rappers, they want to go back to the hood and go back to their shitty chicken spot. Come on, this is where I came up, man. You know, I gotta get the cream chili.
No, nigga, I'm gonna upgrade and
Yeah,
move.
fuck the hood, nigga.
I'm not going back. I'm not gonna bring anybody with me.
Nigga, they gonna go back so bad.
You know? I'm going back and get them to still something dope. No. So I can fuck my shit up. This nigga's in the back seat. I get pulled over. He got a kilo on him. Now I'm through. By accessory.
They're gonna treat you worse
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to set you up.
because you're rich and you're black. They're gonna fuck you up.
But especially like I said,
Rico.
Like I said, I be seeing they obviously Edomites. They be having these high-end ass cars, man. Matter of fact, at one of my old jobs, he had one of them top shelf business. That shit is no lower than 80K. No lower than 80K. And that was his store. He owned the store. And he bring breakfast every Friday. You know what this nigga bring? McDonald's. Nigga, you make $1 million a year.
No,
off this store.
but that shows Esau is the base of men. Because like the elder from Canada brought out, a lot of high up Edomites do crack.
Yeah.
They're doing crack.
It's like, nigga, how?
No,
This
seriously,
is all
they're
that you
literally
do.
doing crack.
That's real.
This is all that you do.
For real.
Or he'll make this famous waffles. You know? I ain't gonna hit on making waffles good, but that's not, you know, besides the point.
One time you don't want to be a hater.
Right. Hey, I'm a hater in that sense, you know, but
Oh, now I was gonna say no.
but nah, man, it's like that's all you know. That's all you do. The niggas yesterday, I know it wasn't on their dollar, but with the company, you know, they ordered food yesterday. Ordered pizza, 10 boxes of pepperoni and meatloaf from Domino's.
Always that pepper. I hate fucking
We just found out the info
From
of that shit.
fucking Domino's,
bro. Chicken
and it's like, nigga, there's hella better options.
fucking
With
chicken.
the Four Brothers.
That's a chicken Alfredo
Anyway.
Dutch is Dutch.
Yeah.
That's probably the safest bet to make a pizza. It's just like shit, but the best way. But it's more expensive, but it's better quality.
That's why Jay
But the
shot
thing is, it's like Esau has all this damn money, you know, resources, and he still doesn't even know how to take care of. So this is why he can't be a judge on the earth. Because again, as the judge is, so are the people. Or as the ruler of the city is, so are the people. So if this nigga, real quick,
organic shit.
pizza,
Especially one of the local, lesser known chains. The chains that you see, and it's like, oh, who is that? They probably a lot better.
I'm getting the G&T.
Okay.
Ciroc 30 and 14 in the G&T. It is better to be poor but strong in health than to be rich but in poor health.
Right.
A sound, healthy body and a cheerful attitude are more valuable than gold and jewels. Nothing can make you richer and give you greater happiness than those two things.
Have the money, but your health is terrible. You ain't gonna be able to actually enjoy it. You spending it all the money in hospital bills, treatments, all this other shit. But instead of just being healthy, you're healthy, you do got some random shit. Like with certain athletes.
look at him. You can see it.
Yeah, no,
The dude's in shape. Clearly, he's in shape.
Bro, that dude, man.
He got his shit together with that. But even with that, because like scriptures say, envy not the wicked, for you know not his end. They have all this money and all that, and they have the health, which, like the scriptures talk about, health is esteemed above gold. But that's still not the end all be all. This nigga has amazing health, but he's still depressed. Still got demons all up in his household. He still got all these different rituals he got to go through. He still got to deal with Esau on a day-to-day basis. We be tired of dealing with Esau now. Imagine being on a high level to where Esau has to talk to you every day of your life.
Nigga had to watch his bitch get the train ran on him with the seat.
Well, he had to do his scene.
Yeah, his seat. It's too much.
And that's just on camera.
Right.
On top of that.
And cut. Good scene, guys.
But it's believable because remember the small hats is the biggest dude that runs the corn industry with all that weird old freak shit. Bro, him and his fucking millimeter-inch dick probably trying to fuck everybody on the set. That I'm serious.
The dude that made
It's
the
the reality of it.
The dude that made the OF, he died. He got taken off the map.
Good.
Found the main.
And he's going straight in his captivity.
I'm trying to buy it from him. Yeah. He said, that's what he said.
Oh,
He said-
Elon Musk?
Elon Musk said he's trying to buy out OF so he can destroy it. Like he said.
Yeah, like he's some hero.
He said anything he tried to say was like Twitter and shit. That shit still got the bitches titties full of them.
That shit's straight porn. Twitter.
Yeah, it got nasty.
Yeah, it's
When
straight.
you turn to X,
Yeah, it's straight
Twitter was okay. With the bird, a little bit innocence. None of that. Can't go on that.
Twitter is porn. I don't care what nobody says. It's straight
Ass and toes.
Reddit too.
Yeah, Reddit is porn.
Because Reddit has some good answers and shit. You trying to look something up, but you can easily dive deep in the dark side of that shit real quick.
The main thing specific is just you get on the app, boom, take it, it's like wow.
Facebook too.
Yeah, Facebook's starting to get nasty.
Facebook too. You scrolling. Check the link.
It'll show like a blur.
Yeah, it's
somebody
a blur.
somebody getting hit. It's like you want to watch the video, click the link.
Yeah, she's doing real good. Check the link.
Broke no 1010. It's like,
God
fuck,
damn.
broke.
That explains how you got a virus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Digital virus.
It's too nasty.
Everything's open. It's sexualized. You know, drugs and sex is just flooding the earth at a high rate. Food is drugs.
Food and Drug Administration.
Yeah. Food and drug. Why is it a drug?
Why is it?
Yeah, I'm saying why is it? Yeah.
Sirach 14 and 5. He that is evil to himself,
Right. He that is evil to himself will be good. And again, you have people in this high level. High level status wise, as far as money, money status, power, so on and so forth. And he's still evil to himself. If a nigga has 100K in his bank account and he still subjects himself to a McDonald's happy meal, he's not going to be good to anybody else. He's not going to be good to you. So how so much as far as the elites that are putting the same chemtrails and shit into the same air that they also have to breathe, or the water that they also have to use, cooking up the food that they also have to eat.
They're eating humans.
Yeah, they ain't even doing that. So they're not good to themselves. But here comes the simple ass black nigga. The white man ain't doing no wrong. He gave us rights. He gave us freedom. He gave us justice. Here comes.
And liberty to all.
Yeah. And
That's under the false ideology that prior to him, you didn't have no morals going on. That's because you believed the story, the backstory, the origin story that Jake was just swinging on trees and shit.
And you probably were.
Hey, you might have been.
Yeah, if you believe that shit, you probably were.
No, that's what we say too. If you believe you came from a monkey, you probably did. You probabably did.
They said this nigga thinks he's a monkey.
Yeah, like that's
This nigga think he came from
No.
monkeys.
that's what
Jake is the one that taught this man how to bathe, taught him mannerisms, and he still doesn't apply it.
you have to go to the original history when they first came over and touched over here.
No, in Europe too.
Yeah.
The Moors taught him, and the elder from Canada brought that out, that you notice that Esau on a mass level is starting to turn back to that old man where he was grunting and everything, because he's like, it ain't like the 1950s Leave It to Beaver Esau nuclear family no more. Now you starting to see him, like I said, high up politicians. He's laid up in the fucking car with the seatbelt on, doing crack.
Wow.
Yeah. The police opened the door. He had a seatbelt on, crack pipe. He threw, and then he stepped down. I wonder why. Because of crack. You got Hunter Biden, the son of the president. Every day I was on my hands and knees looking for crack. This is Esau. This is this man. This is the man. This is the man we're talking about.
He didn't sleep for 13 days.
Yeah, 13, and then when he does sleep, it's 15 minutes. 15 minutes at most. That man slept, and he said he was so desperate. Anything that looked like crack. He said, "I'm probably the only person you know that smoked Parmesan cheese."
That's insane.
Because it was liking on the crack to him. It was the closest thing to crack he could get. Bro, that shit. No, but yeah, he's so desperate. And he said, "Yeah, I get some crack, get a bottle of vodka. I'm chilling." Oh yeah, yeah, I bet you are. This is the son of the president. This isn't no regular dude, bro. This is the son of the president of the United States of America that we're talking about.
Nobody talks about this. There's no shame.
President Obama, his wife is a dude.
Yeah.
What about that?
Like,
And he ain't no Jake.
That's not a man. That's a man. No, it's
No, that's a man.
The feds said that's a man.
Yeah, Michael.
Those are his daughters.
Michelle, he slipped up and said that shit. That's Mike, nigga.
Yeah, that's big.
That's funny.
And then his
And
daughters.
that bitch was dancing and you could see the shit moving.
Yeah.
Like that one Christian pastor Jake, that bald Jake. He's a what was it? Powerful bottom, whatever the fuck they called him. Yeah. That's what Barack Obama was.
His daughters, they're not even his daughters. They don't even.
No, they
had like surrogates or some shit. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, when a woman gets some sperm in a bottle, yeah. They got that on BitLife.
And then that's the thing. This is all the nastiness that they push.
That's an Esau's
And
kingdom.
then it's considered normal. You know what I'm saying? It's considered normal.
But we're TS. We're causing levels of terror for telling you that this is some bullshit. No, that's not how this works. Balance.
It is a balance. Right now is not the time for that peace and love that everybody's trying to do. Because the Lord is getting ready to judge America. And the scriptures known as Babylon the Great. Okay? There will be a third world war. It will require, or it will include thermonuclear missiles, ICBMs, and 200 million nuclear missiles will hit
Warheads.
Warheads. 200 million nuclear warheads will hit this place and completely obliterate it.
You haven't seen the movies about war? Yeah. He's hearing it.
That's the beginning of it.
That's part about how that's
Selective service.
selective versus
Yeah,
from 18 to 26.
Yeah, the registration process is made mandatory now, yeah.
Yeah, so
Before it wasn't mandatory, it was optional you had to sign up, but now it's like every mandatory above the age of 18.
this is real. This is about
Because remember the war was supposed to last a couple weeks, but we're still here. They're still doing it.
Anti-war. What's your guys'
We're
stance?
not, well, okay, we're not anti-war in the sense of we're calling for peace. Because that has to happen.
It's prophecy.
World War III has to happen. This is biblical prophecy.
But we want peace as the
We
ultimate
want
goal.
peace, but the peace is only going to come after that, when
Yeah.
the Messiah comes back. Do y'all believe, first off, do y'all believe in the Bible?
I believe it exists. I believe it exists. I don't really identify with the religion.
What they do?
Probably closest would probably be like either Hinduism or Islam. Yeah. Islam. You guys believe in Islam?
Hinduism.
Hindu?
Well, you see, we do believe in reincarnation, but it's just a different thing from we don't believe in coming back as different animals and all that.
The Quran doesn't
It's not the
what's the
truth.
word? Contain. The Quran doesn't contain any type of prophecy
No,
at all whatsoever.
no. He was illiterate.
There's nowhere where you can go into the Quran and pinpoint a current event or even a past event for that matter. And it's, oh yeah, it links up. And then on top of that, they treat the Messiah as like just another everyday prophet.
Yeah.
You don't have little boy service.
Yeah, and they also have a little more service. I'm kind of cool over it. I'm all with you.
But my thing is, I feel like every scripture text you look at has some sort of like effective evil that we look like. I think modern day, if you look at it, this is wrong. I don't think we can just judge with certain texts. It does it. Or is it actually wrong? I agree. Like,
because we got that's what I do.
having kids in service is wrong, right? And I know it's like the Bible is wrong. Okay. I don't know things on the top of my head, but I can probably find some. I know there's wrong things in every religion. I don't think we can look at religion as a judge it based on like one or two things. I think we should judge it on the person, right?
The thing is, for starters, this isn't a religion, this is a nationality thing. So if your bloodline doesn't go back to your father's seed of any of these, then you wouldn't even be classified as an Israelite. Therefore, it wouldn't even apply to you. So like we're not telling the so-called where's we at? The so-called Chinese man about the Bible. Because it's not meant for them. That's just bottom line. Now, granted, could he look like a so-called Chinese man? But being this white, yes. That's why I said it's not a skin color thing. It's not, it all depends on who your father is. Because there's been a lot of mixing. So you can see little white women and their son do the same thing and have a kid, and then his son do the same thing. And the next thing you know, that kid looks like a white kid. But it's not white. His bloodline would go back and started with me. That was so. And I mean, it's not generational.
I know that young women need to.
Yeah, because y'all, they're more privy to that. Now to the other point of what you were saying about you can pinpoint about that every thing. Well, the Bible doesn't contradict itself. So if anything is deemed as bad in the Bible, it's simply because you're reading it with a Western mindset.
Can I get a?
Reading it with the mindset of in the ancient thing. In the ancient thing, because again, there's certain things in the scriptures that it'll set you back. Prime example, if you had an unruly child, this is in the scripture. If you had an unruly child, you didn't listen to the father, you didn't listen to the mother, you can take it.
Didn't listen to the elders.
Yeah, they listen to the elders. They make that judgment. They still ain't listening. They would get stoned. You can't do that shit today. And if somebody was to read that, it would take them back. Oh my God. Why? How is that allowed? But this is an ancient custom that we're talking about. So you can't take an ancient custom and read it like how oh yeah, man, this been it's not gonna work. It won't work like that. So while that may be true for other
But that's not always a good thing, though.
That's true. I agree. I agree. No, I'm not. I agree. Like in like the financial sense, I wouldn't say I'm free.
In a
But like,
worldly sense.
but like yeah, but like.
Do you see the division that causes when everybody's just able to think however they want?
I agree. Everyone should have their own freedom of thought, like the way that you guys.
No, I'm saying they should.
Okay, well that's wrong. But the way that
No, it's not wrong.
That is wrong. No.
No, it's not wrong.
You guys have
2 plus 2 is 4, bro.
I don't. No, you're right.
No, I'm saying, but I'm saying, and there's certain things that.
Listen, you guys are expressing yourselves. Other people should also feel free to express themselves, right? It's as simple as that. It's like if someone doesn't bother you, like if someone comes up here and pulls a gun on you guys, that's something that bothers you guys. But if someone is just expressing themselves in their own little bubble, then you have the right, you have the choice to look away. Right. You have the choice to look away.
Number one, if you're going to debate, understand what you're talking about. Because when I asked you if you could give me an example in the Bible of what was wrong or whatever, you said, I don't have one, but I can look it up. Okay, so, but you don't have one currently right now. So you make statements, get points, but let's not back it right back in there. Because everything that you're saying, you can go to the scriptures and we can back it up. You ain't backing nothing right now. You didn't even attempt to put it right now. You can't do something else.
Scriptures work for you guys, but if it doesn't
Right, it's not working.
This is the book of life. This is how we live.
That's how you guys
You
live.
know why with
But
free
there's other
choice, you
people in
got
this
free
room.
choice get people killed. Free choice get people sick. Okay, people start making silly decisions because of free speech, or not free speech, because of free will, liberty. That's a problem. The men are out of whack because of so-called free.
Well,
Women are out of whack because of
even let's go off of what you said. People can believe what they want, but even a historical point, you had Germany, right? They believe what they wanted. What did that cause?
That's wrong. Because history
Yeah, so when people are able to believe whatever they want, you see how we're talking about how we're.
That's a very faulty analogy. All I'm saying
Well,
is
you mentioned a gun. So what I'm saying is the point that I'm making is
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm saying
Okay,
I don't think you've been listening to anything that we've been saying.
that's wrong.
Everything that we're experiencing affects us directly over the course of history. Yes, it does.
How you take it, though. It's how you take it.
Okay, so no.
What's your biggest problem with the world right now?
Edomites, the other nations ruling over the Israelites. We're preaching to the Israelites that are scattered. We're not preaching to you're Edomite, right? You're from Edom?
I don't know.
They're East India, right?
Yes.
That's Elon. They're Edom. Y'all know that y'all Edomites.
Yeah, that's right there. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we're talking about. You have Israelites that are scattered. This is for the scattering of our people that are we don't care.
I don't believe. I
So,
agree.
we're getting our point across. There's a lot of back and forth. We're not doing this shit. We're at the end of this too. So
I don't agree. You just said that I was wrong.
I
Oh,
didn't
the
say you're
nation of
wrong. I
Israel.
just said everyone has a right to express themselves.
So that's
Which
what
we
we're
don't
doing.
preach
Y'all
that.
stop. Y'all stop. Y'all came up here, so we're telling people that if you start doing all this emotional stuff, we're not doing it.
The
But
curiosity, there's nothing wrong with curiosity, but to say that everybody has the right to have free will or freedom to believe whatever, do you go on YouTube and profess these things? Well, you should. If it's that
I'm
pivotal,
on it, but I'm seeing. I heard you guys. There's like one thing that I disagree with, so I spoke up on that. But I agree with 99% of what you said. I like what you.
But how can everybody live together if people have contradicting points?
That's the whole thing. That's the beauty of
What's
it.
the one
That's not the beauty of it. God is against that. That's the Tower of Babel.
Without bringing in God, like I agree.
No. Sorry, brother, but not brother, but that's you said without bringing in God.
and that's the thing.
That's completely disrespectful. No, the scriptures are against that.
That's what I know. We have to. No, but
I have like a lot of friends with different beliefs, different stuff.
And there's gonna come a point where y'all gonna have contradicting points, and you're gonna see that y'all ain't friends. No, well, I'm telling you that's going to happen in the future. You're gonna understand that. And look, you can disagree, but you have eyes and you'll see.
you're not going to be.
I'm not fucking playing, bro. Salakia.
Don't let them rage.
No, there ain't no fucking rage bait.
That we're talking about, you're going to have a level of gray water. Their belief system, what we believe in, is going to collide. You're not going to.
You gotta let Jake get zealous, man.
You're going to be for your people. Y'all going to be together at that time.
So you believe in one absolute truth.
came up here, we didn't grab you by your t-shirt and say, you're going to believe on the Lord, and then slap the shit out you and then send you on the way with a Bible. No, we didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But this is, oh, I thought you was about to
I grabbed that nigga.
Oh, okay. But so yeah, just off of that, if these things don't line up, same thing with the Quran. None of that lines up to anything. It doesn't line up to anything. You can try to go and pinpoint it, but trust me, we've done classes. You're so lucky. We literally have done classes because in order to teach these things, you gotta know your enemy. So we these other denominations and dynamic duels or whatever the hell and some of us even went, into being Christianity or whatever the hell it is. But what we're here to tell you is that if you don't believe that is first even talk about that. But if something I believe, does that make the faith of the Most High without effect? God forbid. So just because you don't believe does not mean that America's not going to be destroyed. Does the Quran talk about America being destroyed? There you go. So what does the Quran say about Israel?
But you know, I like parts of aspects of every religion that I've heard. I don't really identify myself with any religion. I just like learning about religion. But I think that makes me open-minded, and that makes me about it.
There are arguments so that way it can be rebutted via scripture. So like we brought up.
He ain't trying to hear it, bro. He don't care
1
about the
Corinthians
Bible.
14:33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
What are we doing? What is correct? Because we can't have four answers. We only need one answer. We don't have five different answers. You're right on the
Reconcile just means to make friends again.
Are y'all part of the Dali? You know the Dali, right? So you're not part of us. The Dali, right? The Negroes. So you're not part of that, right? That's why you can't understand because you have to be Israelites. You have to be Israelites to understand.
You have to be part of the elect.
Or the elect, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you still have to be Israelite. That's why you're saying God is, get them on out of here. Israelites won't say that.
Oh yeah, no. Jake stand on some shit.
2 Corinthians 6:14 in NLT. Don't team up with those who are unbelievers. How can righteousness be a partner with wickedness? How can light live with darkness? What harmony can there be between Christ and the devil? How can a believer be a partner with an unbeliever?
Everything else you said is just none of good. Because and you came up and had a like you got you every religion has things that are bad. Well, show me what about the Bible. I don't have it right now, but I could. You understand that? You need evidence for the next time. There's nothing about America. Do you like it? You're probably gonna take it.
Might be Edomite.
Do you know what the market piece is? Or y'all don't believe in that either? Oh yeah, never mind. Well, we gonna get rid of that. Yeah, there's gonna be a point in time where the white man that y'all like and love, he's going to force. That's what we're telling you.
Do you think it's better than like at least like 20 years ago, or do you think it's gotten
Worse.
worse?
There's no other way to swing it. There's no other, well, maybe this person. No, it's only this nigga that's running the earth. So, once you understand that, like I said, they're going to push this. This is going to be the end result. And if you
that's another lie too, because we're the majority. You know what I'm saying? Us, the other nations, is more of us.
Population wise,
Because like when you on your application, you put black or white, or you put East Indian, you put white. Asian?
Yeah, they got big.
Okay. Well, when East Indians started coming over here, they let them put white. So that's why the demographics fucked up, because they let a lot of other nations that come over here call themselves white. You didn't have the option. Though you're dark, we're all brown, they will still have you classified as being white. This time.
So, but yeah, I mean, that's the main focal point. Like I said, you know, y'all don't even believe in the Bible. I mean, quite frankly, I mean, what's the English now? Okay, so, I mean, maybe one of them may answer something. Who?
Krishna, yeah, Krishna. We got the sign with the images that says Krishna.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They got like, yeah. Well, what's the other one with the 8 arms? What's that? Is it 8 arms?
I thought she had 4 up 6.
You got something like
How many arms sheep we got?
4, 7, like 6. It's like, it's a lot of them. Yeah, it's like 4.
So y'all gotta be on top of y'all game, man. Y'all gotta go teach.
We know about, like we said,
I feel like you guys are like also very good.
you guys know the entire Bible.
I mean, hey, you know, it's
King James. You got the Torah.
Not like you like one of the Old Testament.
Yeah, that's the
No,
Bible.
that's
That's the Torah. Yeah, the Torah, Tanakh,
Old and New Testament.
And Apocrypha too.
the Apocrypha.
Which was part of Old Testament. That's the Torah.
I read that.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know, but I mean that's pretty much it. About to wrap up. So,
People can see that in the backside, right? Those are people that you want to cater towards, right?
No, in the front.
yeah,
I don't care about the heathen.
it's the elect.
So does it get matched like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta get a new sign, you know, to
Because
play.
in the Bible,
What are you guys part of?
we all different. I'm Levi, this brother Levi Simeon. You know, Gad, that's Simeon. You know, Judah. You know, and then of course every other sign. Yep.
So where is this? Which spots is this found in this match?
Where is it in the Bible?
Yeah,
In Genesis
49.
it's written that it's written like this.
No, it talks about where the tribes
You gotta have the understanding.
and it's going to be a sign, like Deuteronomy 28. It's going to depict what the tribes are going to be going through, where they're at. So that's how we know who we are. Based
Like I
off of
said,
that.
It has a tribe name.
Yeah.
What is in Genesis?
Genesis 49. Yeah. Then Deuteronomy 28 talks about the slavery, us going in the ships, slave ships. That's in the Bible. It talks about we won't see the land of Israel no more. And then also too in Ezekiel, it talks about that the Edomites will take over the land of Israel. So that's what happened. That's why you have the 1948ers. After that, what happened? You have the wars to break out with the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, because they know that they don't belong there. You know, they know that Israel left the so-called black, and they came back white.
Yeah, that whole Israel Palestine, not Palestine, but Israel Palestine thing is all a farce because that's neither one of them.
Yeah.
It doesn't belong to either one of them. It belongs to Israel. Choose not to the Bible. So after that, Palestine, because nobody belongs in that area.
And the reason why the Palestinians are there also is because of the whole Muslim thing. Now the wars we were going on in Islam still having so-called roots. So that's why the Muslims there are so forth. So now Arabs or the Israelites, they see Islam play a part in this land, which is the holy land. That's why they're there. That's why the whole Islam stuff is there because of us and what's going on being Muslim, but we still knew we go back to the Israelites. This is the Holy Land still. That's where it comes from. And two, the Edomites and the Israelites are our closest relatives. So if you read the scriptures going into Genesis, it talks about Jacob and Esau having a war. Esau, not a war, but they getting into it. War getting ready to happen, because that's what going to happen. That's why you hear about Nolan Wells, you know, slavery, us being the Israelites, them being the Edomites. Oh, No. Once it's stamped,
We are
Or
far,
stamped it.
we are far beyond the level of fixing anything with the Edomites. The Edomites have fixed their
That's something you have to ask him,
yeah.
because he's the one that
Edomite, if he gonna
perpetuated from the beginning.
You ask, like, how do you ask the community? Like, how do you, like, who do you ask?
No, I mean, I was just being
No, we
facetious.
don't. We're not.
No, there's no asking. It was not prophecy. And that's the thing. We can ask. They can give us reparations. They can do whatever the hell they want.
It's not
Prophecy says this place is going to be destroyed. They're going to go into slavery. We're going to rule the earth. It's God.
49.
What we're talking about?
Yes. Is that what's the end?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you know, like I said, but if you ain't going to believe, ain't no point.
I never said I was gonna. That's what I'm just curious about everything. The thing is, like, my whole thing is, I think they're just expressing themselves. You can.
Oh, yeah.
You can do that. I can do that. You can do that. Everyone can do that.
But somebody's right and somebody's wrong.
We're not, but that's the thing, though.
That's-
That's also
And I
too.
don't think what I said it.
But that's the thing too. It's and that is become cold up. But that's the bigger separation too. Because you're saying that everybody should be able to. We're not expressing ourselves. We're preaching the words of the Heavenly Father. These aren't our words. So when we go into the Bible and we're reading these scriptures, we didn't make this up. It's an ancient book. So we're just breaking it down. You know, now if we make certain side points and things like that, yeah, like if I say I don't like Chinese people, you know, that's me expressing myself. It's not like I ain't going to the scriptures and saying that shit. You know, I'm linking it. But that's also in the scriptures. King David had the so-called Chinese people in subjection.
They're
in slavery.
Moab.
Yeah, it's Moab.
You got Ammon, you got Japanese, you know, like I said, Elam, you know, Persians.
But this is all from a lot, and that's how we believe. You know, I mean, yeah, you wanted to talk to humans and not talk about God. So at this point, I don't know. But, I mean, you can read it if you want, but
I mean, it also plays in the last days. A lot of people didn't care about the Bible. That's in the Bible. That's in the Bible. People are not going to believe it. People are not going to care. Ideology. The Lord is already ahead of step in all of it. People do not believe it. The Lord is playing chess, not checkers. He already knows what you're about to do. He knows what you're about to bed. He knows what you're about to eat. What you're about to wear. He already ahead of you. You think you're ahead of him. No, he's ahead of you. You're losing a lose race.
Is it?
Yes, the Heavenly Father. The Heavenly Father.
name one woman that did this
I'm not saying
thing
it's
good.
I'm not saying like it's a power, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
man.
but it's still a man.
It's still a man.
It's still a
The
man.
Bible talks about he's a man.
Man of war, too.
They always like Bible first.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
man.
no, it's
Is that how it is only in the Bible or like in other texts? You know, there's like
Same thing.
it's always he.
His son,
as
too.
far as like different translations.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's still
No,
he.
yeah, still gonna be a man. The Heavenly Father's a man. It's in the Heavenly Father. So the Son. Yeah, so-called. That's not his name.
When we get into the kingdom, we're not going to be speaking English. I was
No,
speaking
no
English.
other nations, you're not going
You
to
guys,
have
you guys speak
Hebrew. Man, we can
Hebrew.
So you guys learning it right now?
Yeah, we still learn.
Yeah,
The basics.
But guess what? Y'all not gonna be speaking. Y'all like kids. Y'all gonna be speaking the original language. During the Tower of Babel, everybody was speaking Pidgin Hebrew.
When we get into the kingdom, I'm gonna remember you, and then you'll go, oh yeah, you was right.
You're gonna be happy when America's gone.
Yeah. Just when America's gone, it'll be
Y'all gonna be happy. Everybody says it about when America, when the place of oppression is gone, y'all gonna be happy. You're gonna have real food, water. You're gonna have the land back. It's gonna be better. Way better than this. Your families will be happy. All the stuff they pay tithes. That's it. You're gonna have gold and silver. No more bullshit paper money. That's being gone. Gold and silver. Y'all can have a good day.
All right, good work, guys.
All right.
Thank you guys.
we're gonna wrap it up.
How's your mind?
But they're gonna wrap it up.
Without God, there ain't nothing, man. That's all we got. That's all we need.
Real quick little easy two-piece biscuit.
And he didn't hear shit. It was just being a dead horse. course. He already didn't give a fuck from the beginning. He came up trying to open our minds up to some bullshit. See right through that shit.
But that's how you, but you know, that's how you
Expressing your ideology. Like,
I know he because he couldn't say the name.
I think he might be Edomite.
as soon as he came
The
up,
dude closest might be a Jake.
I think
he might be a Jake, but that other dude might be an Edomite.
He's more low.
he knows how to
Yeah.
play, knows how to play too.
Yeah.
He might actually believe what we're saying. Yeah.
He's not good. You know what I'm saying? Whenever he got cut up, he started laughing. I was thinking, we're laughing at you, nigga. I think you're through. You gotta go back.
No, but see, that's a testimony too. It ain't about color because he darkened everybody up here. Dark as hell, but you ain't no Jake. Ain't no goddamn Jake, guys.
That's why I say he's part of the Dali. And he said it. So Dali was part of the people in the ghetto.
Yeah.
In the poor that don't give a fuck about all right.
Well, who is he?
That's why he said,
Right.
he said, no, that's not my people. Okay, you would get them.
I'm surprised how curious the damn other nations are.
Yeah.
Crazy.
More than
That's
Jake.
all-
More curious than Jake.
I want to know. That dude's gonna read that chapter. Come on, dude.
No, the Lord did say that because he's like, if I went to other nations with this, they would believe and they would hear and all that. But Jake don't fucking care.
But it is what it is. But so, if we're gonna wrap it up, some more words edifying to your night. Come close this hand, face east, give my praise and glory.
To Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash.